contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry-up here. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Fire down these two. Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to push one deep down into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Broncos have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Nix from the gun. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. Continuing to dig. He's inside the 25. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Broncos don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, But sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A first down carry for Pacheco. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a 4th down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get 6 more on their early advantage. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
This one is up and good. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Side.
Running left with Pacheco. Has room down the left sideline. The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Nix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. That one's complete over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. 14-10 our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Got it, man, it's Marvin Mims. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Got Sinnott, it's complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Nick's looking to throw. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Side.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs, with only a yard to go here on 3rd down. Right back to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Eye on these two. Eye on these two. Right.
They're going for it with Mahomes. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jair Brown has it. And the Broncos get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball. because these secondaries are locked in.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yellow, yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Finds his target, Robinson.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Nix to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They put a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Still on it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break, and they finally get him to the ground.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. This is no good. A surprising miss as he cracks it off the left upright. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He's back to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So second down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
One last play before the break.
All right. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Yellow. Right side.
A final throw before the break. Buys time, rolling right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Complete out to the right side. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They send a man in motion. Throwing on first down, Nix. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Receiver in motion, headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Nix from the gun. Hits his running back. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They send a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Nix. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. We're looking to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Pacheco again. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's Chiefs football, just 1 quarter away from a postseason victory. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, around to Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout, so that's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Let's go. 65 there. 65 there. 19 right.
Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now.
19 target. 19 target.
Staying with Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Broncos trail by a field goal. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Simple dive up the middle. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Ready up. Come on. Set. Go.
Throw complete to Sinnott. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Robinson is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos have taken the lead late. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. But he didn't get it. Oh, the kick is no good. That leaves the door open for a field goal now to tie this game. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away.
Trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
They'll send him over right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Attack, attack!
He'll look to throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that means 3rd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. He's on the move. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
57 colors, 57 colors.
Here he is to throw. Finds a man right side. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Setting up to pass. Wiley hauls it in. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
15. Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 57, 57. Hey, rip lift.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
15, 15, 15, yellow, 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 yellow. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Another throw for Mahomes. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Let's go now.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. The Broncos to a knee and let the clock run out on this win.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they
open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have information. Never forget we mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have information. Never forget we